Hey kids, and welcome back to Press Play Day 3. I'm Eli.
And I'm Olivia.
And today we have some special guests with us.
Woo!
Marcus and Allison.
Yeah. So, for today we're going to be making ramen. But the twist is that we have to use ingredients we find in the fridge. Now, let's put our masks up.
Masks on.
And let's get into it.
Alright, so here's our fridge. So we're going to get to pick 3 ingredients for both of our ramens. And so let's do rock, paper, scissors to decide who gets to pick the first ingredient.
Sounds good.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Let's go! Come on, Allison, let's pick our ingredients.
Yep.
These eggs say
just
sell
one
by
at a
March 04.
That's
fine.
plenty.
That's a sell-by date.
Yeah, it's sell by, not
That's
expired.
not expired.
Yeah. Alright, Marcus. We going with the
Go for the
eggs?
egg?
Go for the egg!
Oh my god!
Oh! Wait. Some juices at the bottom.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Alright.
Uh,
Sell by,
yeah.
No, these are used by.
We're gonna go
Oh.
for a spicy twist.
Cheese.
Cheese used by September 2020.
Are you guys looking in there?
Those eggs expired a year and a half ago.
So are you gonna pick something else besides the eggs?
Yeah.
No, those expired. Those expired. No.
Okay.
December 2019. We can use these.
You use the cheese hot dogs.
Just use the cheese hot dogs.
Ours is gonna be very cheesy.
We're gonna be picking from this fridge, and I think we're gonna go with these peas and carrots.
Oh, August 21st, 2020.
That's not bad.
Are you gonna do it? Well, yeah. Then it's not expired at all.
Easy.
But it's frozen.
Wait, is that 2020?
2020.
2020.
So these are our ingredients. But before we start, let's go wash our hands.
How you doing? You got all the germs off. So here's our 2 flavorings. Miso and the Shin ramen packet.
What are we doing, Eli?
We're cutting hot dogs and Marcus is making the broth mixture. Very cool things happening over here.
There sure are cheese hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
3 bowls.
You want to try some cheese hot dog?
I don't think I do. Mmm.
Yeah.
Mmm.
We'll cook the noodles first.
They almost used the year-old eggs that were in there.
Now we just added our sriracha.
Whoa, whoa, Eli, what are you doing with the ingredients?
That literally wasn't me. It wasn't me. You can use a spoon to stir around in there. That looks pretty dang good.
So here is our prepared ramen, and now we're gonna put it into the 3 separate bowls.
I'm just gonna pour some out.
Whoa, 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 what is this?
What do you mean, what is this? I'm doing cool stuff over here.
Wait, Eli, argue. Argue.
Randy.
Eli, sir, argue.
About what?
About how the soup tastes funny. Marcus, you started.
What?
Huh?
Wait, but I made the soup.
It's actually pretty fire.
So, Eli, do you just want to push on? I'm gonna push this, right?
We could use ladles if you want.
Amazing.
Easy.
Nice job, Allison. Teamwork.
Oh,
No.
Eli, you're in front of the stove off!
Oh my gosh, Eli!
I'm working on the cheese here, man!
What are you thinking while you walk up these stairs, Eli?
Confidence. Alright, go ahead, Marcus.
Okay. For our broth, we used a combination of miso and shin ramen base and blended that with a little bit of water and then boiled it with the sausage to get some of that meat flavor.
The sausage
And,
water.
On top, we have some cut up cheese hot dogs and American cheese, green onion, mushroom, whatever that is. Enjoy.
Very cheesy, I see.
Yeah, can I say that, Jonathan? Your hair looks amazing.
Thank
today.
you. I've worked very hard on it.
Alright, go ahead.
Are we expected to use the same chopsticks for each ramen?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
It's very cheesy.
Do you recommend getting everything in each bite?
Uh,
Or trying each piece separately?
sure.
That didn't answer
Whatever
my question
floats
at
your
all.
boat,
I
man.
asked for 2 options. I'm not sure.
They like it. They like it.
Interesting.
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 Definitely cheesy.
Interesting.
I like cheese.
He likes cheese. He likes cheese. She stopped eating. Why did she stop?
Are we supposed to eat the whole thing? Okay.
Unless you really love it.
Oh, it's some spiciness in there.
He's still eating.
Are the sausages spicy? Is that where it's coming from? Or is
It
the
should be the Shin Ramyun base. You sprinkle a little on
Yeah,
top
sprinkle a
as well.
little on top. They like
Here we have our Shin Ramyun topped with vegetables like carrots
are
and
they fresh
peas.
vegetables?
Yes,
Okay.
freshly
Just curious.
defrosted.
Okay.
Freshly defrosted.
I meant like not like the frozen, the dried ones, you know. But these look actually like real vegetables. Which is a
Along with
plus.
that, we also have some garlic stirred in and as a
Oh.
topping. Along with the Shin Ramyun paste, we have some sriracha sauce. Along with that, it is topped with more sriracha sauce to add to the spice.
It's a very spicy ramen.
So there's sriracha in the broth and on top.
Yes.
Got it.
Alright.
I like sriracha.
It looks spicy. I might need that cheese ramen after this one. It smells spicy. Ooh! Spicy! That's spicy.
It's
That
very spicy.
is what Shin Ramyun is supposed to be. Spicy. Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
That's all.
Oh! Okay, fellow judges, what did you think about the presentation on the first ramen? I believe the team called it the Christmas tree ramen.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't super impressed when they put it in front of me. It's not something you would expect to see in like a nice restaurant. But the more I sat with it, the more I actually appreciated the hominess of the dish. Like, it's definitely something you could see mom cooking on a cold day. And I do appreciate it has like a kind of tonkatsu look to the broth.
They called it the Christmas tree soup, but the way that it was oriented towards me was more like an upside down triangle. So I wasn't getting Christmas tree, I was getting fireworks. Sausage fireworks. But I will say that the creamy look of the soup matched the mildness of the flavor.
I mean, I know I said I wasn't super impressed with this one, but I think I was even less impressed with that one. To be honest, it was just very orange all the way across, from the orange of the broth to the orange of the carrot and the orange of the sriracha drizzled on top. It's all very similar looking.
I think you're colorblind. Sriracha is not orange, it's red. I thought this was much better presented. It's got a little bit of green from the peas, you know, a little pop of green, and like the bright orange, like fresh vegetables. I think you can't go wrong with fresh vegetables. These are just dried vegetables that have been rehydrated by the broth. I don't know. In terms of presentation, I would say this one is much brighter and more welcoming.
Taste-wise, I would also say that I'm a sucker for spice, so I would have favored the second broth over the first.
The spice was nice with the first few spoonfuls. It's like a nice kick. But I think if I kept going through the whole bowl, it's just a lot of spice with not a lot of flavor behind it.
I would say for creativity, both are pretty tied. For me, at least. Do you think we have our decision yet?
Can we have time to deliberate?
It's just what they say before commercial breaks.
Got it.
I think we've made our choice. Thank you, cooks, for your renditions of the ramen. Esther, would you like to give your feedback first?
Yes. So, like I said, I appreciated the presentation of this one the more that I looked at it. Very homey, kind of trendy. I could see it in a hip restaurant where they're really going for that homemade, mom made this kind of vibe. This one, I liked the flavor of the spice at first, but the more I ate it, the more I was just like, this isn't really my cup of tea. So my winner would have to be this one.
I personally thought that soup number 1 had a little bit too much going for it. It had cheese, sausage, miso. I was getting a little bit more of chaos rather than creativity. Soup number 2, I felt like it was a ramen that knew that it was a ramen. It was spicy. It just reminded you of a classic ramen. Soup number 2 is the winner for me.
Well, okay, as I said earlier, when it comes to presentation, I thought this one was a little bit bland, a little bit blah, a lot of dull colors. You know, when you're presenting a food dish, you want it to be very lively and bright, and this is very dull. It doesn't have like the nice color pops of the green and the vegetables. So this one definitely was better on the appearance, presentation side. When it came to creativity, I would agree this is sort of a more traditional, not too outside the box, not too much different, you know, just a typical ramen. Well, just had a lot of interesting characteristics that I would never think to maybe put in a ramen, but it wasn't bad, you know, it was interesting and creative and new, something I've never tried before. I never thought to try before, so that's, in terms of creativity, this one is definitely the more creative one. Which brings it down to taste. And while I appreciated the attempt with ramen number 1 to do something different and cheesy and creamy, it was just a little bit too much cheese and a little bit too salty, like Esther said earlier. So my winner is going to be ramen number 2.
Yeah! We did it!
What? You lied! So how's that experience for you?
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was good as well. It was pretty fun making the ramen.
Yeah.
And how did you guys work together?
We worked together by communicating on what ingredients we would try to add in, and we tried to split the jobs of making ramen into halves, so each of us would have an equal amount of things to do.
Yeah, but looking at Marcus and Eli, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, they seem to be arguing quite a bit about, oh, you're stirring the soup wrong, oh, why is the broth like this, things like that.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
How was your finished product? What did you think of it?
I think it was amazing.
I think it was pretty good too. It added a lot of spice to it. It wasn't like as, ooh, right in your face, salt, blah, 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 you know?
What did you think of the judging?
I think the judges had a really good view on things. They described things very clearly, and I understood what parts they didn't like about the ramen and why they didn't like it, and what parts they did and why they liked it.
Yeah, they definitely helped us for the future.
Yes.
Right, any final thoughts?
Not many.
No.
Right.
So, how was that experience?
Pretty bad.
Bad.
Honestly, kind of terrible.
Would you like to elaborate on that, or?
I mean, I felt like we did a pretty good job making the ramen. What
Yeah.
do you think?
Our teamwork was pretty good.
It was,
we
honestly, yeah.
were kind of in sync
Mhm.
during the making.
Didn't
of it.
argue a single time. I think our ramen looked pretty great.
As good as it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used pristine ingredients, cooked all of them to their specifications. The presentation was superb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what else to add. I mean,
Would you have done something different if you were to redo this again?
Can we replace the judges?
yeah, honestly, I think the only thing that went wrong here was that the judges.
Yeah.
I think they could have been a little more cooperative. Esther was great.
Yeah.
Esther was a great judge. The other two, not so much. I don't know if they were tasting the same ramen or if their taste buds just weren't working, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And would you like to say anything else?
We should have won.
We should have won, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.